If I asked you what your story is about, you might say technology or romance or the 80s. But that's kind of boring, and it doesn't show me what makes your story your story. Well, would you believe us if we said there was one statement you could make that would perfectly describe your story and help show why it's exciting, fresh, and the next worldwide hit? In this lesson, we're learning all about the goal, including how it's the backbone of your story, how to introduce it, and how to make it exciting enough to keep viewers hooked for all 4,965 pages of your epic, historical, semi-autobiographical fantasy series. This video is a lesson from a full free mega course on our website. If you're ready to supercharge your storytelling, click the link in the description and start your journey today. This video is also part of a series, so if you haven't watched the previous videos, there are links down below. So your protag has a want, but the question we're all asking is, how are they going to get it? Introducing the goal, a physical manifestation of the want. The goal is the strategy your protag is going to use to get their want, and it's what the whole story is going to be about. It's the backbone of your story. Just like how Saving Private Ryan is about saving Private Ryan because the goal is saving Private Ryan. The goal is often the easiest way to summarize what your story is about. The goal also gives us something to look forward to. 9 times out of 10, your goal will be achieved or failed at the climax of your story. So it does the important job of pointing your story in a specific direction. It orients your audience and tells them where they're going. Just like how the want is intangible, the goal needs to be tangible. It is a specific and measurable task. Success of the goal should be as binary as possible. In other words, the protag will either achieve the goal or they won't. It's a yes or no, pass or fail. In Rocky, Rocky's goal is to defeat heavyweight champion Apollo Creed in a boxing match. That's very specific, very tangible, and very binary. And that's why it's a great goal. If you can think of a great goal that's specific, tangible, and binary, comment it down below. But the goal is not going to pop out of nowhere. It's going to be introduced to your protag through something we call an opportunity. And for now, just know this opportunity will be linked to something we call the catalyst, which you might know as the inciting incident, which we'll cover a bunch more later. This opportunity is directly tied to the goal. It's basically what gives the protag the idea of the goal. You might think about this as the call to adventure in hero's journey speak. In Rocky, Rocky is given the opportunity to fight Apollo Creed, which leads to his goal of beating him. But not every opportunity is so obvious. If the protag's want is fortune, the opportunity may be a sports competition with a cash prize. This could inspire the protag to set their goal as winning the competition, which is the strategy that they'll use to achieve their want. Another way to think about these two terms is that the goal is the physical embodiment of the opportunity. And sometimes the opportunity is less of an opportunity and more of an expectation. Like when Hans Gruber bursts onto the scene in Die Hard. Sure, John McClane has an opportunity to stop Gruber and save the day, but it's really more of an expectation. So how do you make your goal exciting? The goal is tied to one other term that's used a ton in storytelling, and that's stakes. Stakes are consequences that will happen if the protag fails to complete their goal. This could be losing their belongings, their relationship, or even just their reputation. The secret to an interesting goal is actually just good stakes. Think about this like the scene in Shrek, when Shrek and Donkey are on the bridge. This scene is intense because there is molten lava below them. The lava is the stakes of the situation, the consequences if they fail to cross the bridge. Replace that with water or a ball pit or a 1-foot drop. Notice the goal of crossing the bridge never changes, but the stakes do. And the stakes can really boost the excitement. So that wraps it up for our lesson on the goal. We've covered how the goal is the strategy the protag uses to get their want, how it's specific, tangible, and binary, how it's introduced with the opportunity, and how its excitement is boosted by the stakes. And in the next lesson, we'll switch from wanting to needing and cover the deep truth even your protag doesn't know yet. But if you want to dive deeper into the goal, the extended version of this lesson is going to cover a trick to supercharge your stakes, a secret to nailing down your goal, and an in-depth example of the goal in action using the 2004 stoner comedy Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. See you there.